told them he is not that guy. And they said, well, maybe you just don't understand your friend. And I said, no, I know the difference between pedophiles and somebody who's not a pedophile because I've been molested.
So I recently just made a video because I was really annoyed about the fact that Corey Feldman stated because he'd been molested, he could state emphatically that Michael Jackson was not.
They're the only celebrity at the time in 1993 to come out and say absolutely not.
So I went looking for some photos to use in that video, and I discovered this interview that showed that everything that Corey Feldman is saying now is an absolute lie. So in 2019, Entertainment News quoted Corey Feldman as saying that he could no longer defend Michael Jackson. He stated that this was a very emotional time for him and asked other victims of abuse to understand where he was coming from. Me personally, this makes far more sense for a victim of abuse to react in this way when he discovers that somebody he has known and calls a best friend has been accused of abusing other children. Even if you think that man is innocent, and as a victim who had been publicly sticking up for other victims, yes, it makes more sense that he'd be like, well, I can't publicly defend this person. But this is a completely different response to the interview he gave on The View about this.
Yeah, absolutely not.
You're a kid who's endured sexual abuse, and it becomes impossible for me to remain virtuous and not at least consider what's being said and not listen to what the victims are saying. This is very important. We must give them their voice. We must allow them to speak. Agreed, Corey, agreed. That was the whole point of my last video. I was just so annoyed that this man was discounting other victims of abuse when he had been a victim of abuse himself. And just because somebody was his friend and didn't do anything to him does not unequivocally mean that that person has not harmed any other child. He then goes on to admit that his friendship with Michael Jackson sounds exactly the same as a grooming relationship. So what Michael Jackson did for him and the friendship he developed is the exact same friendship that a creep would do with a child when they are grooming them. And that is something me and Corey Feldman can agree with entirely. I do not understand a grown man making friends with little children, in-depth friendships with these boys, these children. He was a grown man. He should have been spending time with other grown adults. Instead, he was choosing to spend time with little boys. So what's the truth when it comes to Corey Feldman and his statements about Michael Jackson? He's now openly declaring that Michael Jackson is innocent, and he seems to be getting a lot of attention over this. Now, the one thing Corey Feldman has always liked and always wanted is a lot of attention. He's always tried to get attention through Michael Jackson. He used to dress like Michael Jackson. He tried to do music like Michael Jackson, like he is obsessed with Michael Jackson. And of course, at the moment, it benefits Corey Feldman to be stating that Michael Jackson is innocent. Sadly, people are going to just keep using Corey Feldman's statement that Michael Jackson is innocent as proof that he was innocent. But as we can see, Corey Feldman's word can't actually be trusted. Anyway, if you got this far, I really appreciate you watching. So please leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.